It's some very spicy music, ain't it? Well, hello there, Douglas. Hello there, Arj. Hope both of y'all are well today. Oh yeah, I should pull up this thing real quick before we continue. I'm going to need it. Okay, there we go. That's what I was looking for. So it's been a bit since our last Cream 64 run. Remember, when we last finished off, we were just barely off from the sub 55. Street Pal, thank you very much for that follow. Welcome to the Midnight Hour. Please enjoy your stay. Anyway, we are about to get ourselves started here shortly in a moment once we settle ourselves in. But yeah, we are just going to do 2 or 3, probably 3 70-star runs. We're going to see if we can make that mark, right? It'd be very exciting if we could pull that off. There's only one way to find out, really, and that's if we can just execute. So I think, let's not dawdle a lot further, shall we? Let's get ourselves ready. We will be starting our run in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Dear Cream, please come to the castle. I baked a cake for you. Your loving mother, Princess Vanilla. Mom.
So I'm sure y'all on the server saw that I officially have a model for Mario 64 now. Naturally, Midnight cannot fly. What we informed does not come with big floppy ears for that. But that being said, we get to be somebody who is right now. The sad thing is we could easily just save a couple of seconds without having to swap outfits. But who would I be if I did not wear Midnight's outfit for this runs? You know? I have had thoughts about regarding the model though is it doesn't have custom sounds on it yet. That's something I'm looking into for the future. I've thought about giving Midnight Fox from Melee's noises. I think that would kind of work, especially if I still give him like the Star Fox jingle for Star Collections. Exactly, we can get some high odds going on here. I think that'd just be funny.
Alright, that's cool.
Now the question is, what is Mario in that case doing to go hi-ya? Is it triple jumping? Every single action. All hi-yas all the time. Oh. That does remind me of, speaking of characters that could potentially be obnoxious, because you know, I sometimes ran with Peter Griffin in that mod, in Mario 64 Co-op. I have discovered there's now a Glenn Quagmire mod. I have not tried it yet. That was kind of the point of Peter.
Alright, that's cool.
I think because Peter Griffin is like naturally a very annoying character. So of course we gotta make sure we crank up the annoyance with him. Sure, it's an interesting movie. We'll admit the owls are really cute. I've heard of that movie, but I obviously have never watched it. Oh, it's a Don Bluth movie? That makes sense now. I can't say I've watched...
Alright,
At least,
cool.
I know I've watched some Don Bluth movies. I have not watched, like, the deepest selection of them, I guess. At least I can recall immediately to memory. Okay.
That's what I expected.
If I'm not mistaken, at least like the first. Actually, I'm probably mistaken on them. I don't want to speak incorrectly on that. One of the Family Guy team, I don't know, was Seth himself. Someone said Peter was bisexual.
Alright, that's cool.
You know what? I could believe that. It would seem like such a Family Guy thing to do with Peter. Using Steam itself, really could be. It's just not working to do what I think it is. Wouldn't it probably be in a similar folder to like where your screenshots are? I mean, I've never really taken clips with Steam, so I couldn't tell you for sure on that. You can't come back like that. Ah, didn't do it right. Yeah, I'm doing good. How about you? Ah, good. I'm glad to hear that. Obviously, I did not expect to make any sort of PB on the first go-around. changed because it's been a while. It's been a bit since I've last run this game.
Well, I got the picture.
Now, I know I say that, and every time in the past in recent history I have said this. I make a PB. Eventually that has to stop. I can't just keep going. As funny as the meme is.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this.
Not a bad Lost Fortress. Look where screenshots apart from the Steam UI, if I can find the clips there. Trying to think. Have you already Googled where to find the Steam clips? Because again, I've never taken clips directly from Steam. Ow. Ow, that's not good. No.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, I would recommend some Google Foo. Just don't follow any sponsored links or the AI, whatever the AI wants to say. Miss it just slightly there.
All right, that's cool.
That's not how that's supposed to work. It's supposed to be a triple jump. It's okay. A supermarket together and it's fun. I'm not familiar with that one. What's it like? Is it like Overcooked but supermarket themed? Yeah, I know there's like that supermarket manager simulator game out there. I think Korg's played that a few times. Supermarket Simulator has 16 players and is free. That sounds pretty fun. The sad thing is the only time I probably lost in that run was my movement getting to Eggman 1.
All right, that's cool.
But for those who obviously know, I've been on a Roller Coaster Tycoon kick lately again. Now that the router issues have been resolved, I do want to try to finally hosting some proper Roller Coaster Tycoon multiplayer at some point. I might try to squeeze that in before vacation. We've said goodbye to Egg Koopa 1 for now,
Well, I got the
but
picture.
he will be back. He always comes back. Eggman is the literal epitome of the how many times you have to teach you this old lesson meme, or lesson old man meme. Excuse me, ma'am, I brought your chow. It's very blue. You should probably take care of it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Sure it is. It's just in disguise, that's all. Eggman's working in cloning tech. Or camouflage or stuff like that. Be chow. Obviously something I am looking at doing when we start doing the Chow Garden stream soon is the Chow we start raising are all going to be named after people in chat. I think that'd be fair. Because obviously we're going to need Hero and Dark Chow. Oh! Well, that's already killed that run. Let's just restart it. Let's just restart that.
It's me.
That's already a massive time loss.
Hello there.
And we're early enough into the run, it's not a huge deal. So with that, let's begin once again.
Dear Cream,
I've always had
I baked a cake.
the internal fear that that would happen,
Princess Vanilla.
and it finally did. It's the risk you run with that little strategy. Oh, you talking about Sonic Lost World? I have. Very forgettable game, honestly. The only thing I really remember from it, besides like the first stage, is the little mini DLC collaborations we got with Legend of Zelda and Yoshi. At least on the Switch version. Oh, that's not good. That was no bueno. We did not mean to get munched.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh yeah, it's a Wii U. Oh, my bad, my bad.
Yeah, I'm waiting for this.
Yeah, I know it's on PC now, but even then it doesn't really excite me, because again, it's just... It exists. It's by no means like the worst Sonic game ever. But it's not one I'm really in a hurry to replay. That, and the parkour is fine. The Deadly Six, though, are not good villains. And why they think they need to bring Zavok back for Forces, I don't know. Exactly.
That's
Like,
what I expected.
there was nothing spectacular about them. The moment where Tails kind of sacrificed himself to save Sonic, despite Sonic's insistence on being reckless, was kind of nice, but that's about it. Yeah, I've watched the gameplay of the 3DS version. I would not subject anybody to that. I think I watched somebody, they ranked all the 3D Sonic stages, and pretty much all the 3D Lost World stages were pretty much at the very bottom. Or should I say 3DS Lost World. I would say 20-minute levels shouldn't exist, but then you also have stages like Eggman Land that exist and Unleashed.
That's what I expected.
Oh, that was not what I intended to do. Ah, we're going places right now, aren't we? Well, obviously we need to practice again. Taking me those tolerable times, Lost World 3DS, test your patience and sanity. Yeah, I can see that.
Alright, that's cool.
Something we do need to keep in mind with this is the fact that, remember, on our PB run, we do have a death on it. So we can tolerate something like that, as long as it's a pretty quick one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Doing that death at CCM at the very end of a 100 coin run, though, that's devastating. But they required gyro for the special stages in the 3DS version. Are they sadists? Just no. I know I'm doing this from the perspective of trying to do that on a PC, but the special stages in Rush were already kind of rough enough to deal with. I don't need gyro controls for it. I'll need those coins. Ah, almost had the timing down. Thinking about getting Sonic Chronicles from GameStop. I will one day bring myself to play Sonic Chronicles. I just don't know when that day is going to come, but it will come. I think I'm personally waiting for the fan project that's trying to make it, you know, better.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this.
Blue Spheres plus Half-Pipe Ring Collection. Yeah, that sounds like some insanity there. I'm now imagining that how you said that, though, is something like Bender would say, like, I'm going to make my own special stage with half-pipes and rings, except forget the half-pipe.
That's what I expected.
We should make note of that timing. JRB might show up as a PB just because of that. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was going to show up as a PB because of that late,
That's what I expected.
that very late, button press on, Bomb's Fortress. Where's the special stage? Why would they put ranks on special stages? What? You go to the special stages to get the Emmer dudes. That's it. Don't need anything else. It's like whoever made those did not know what makes a good Sonic game. To be fair, at least on the 3DS, Sonic's outings weren't the greatest. Mostly because they were tie-ins with terrible games like, or mid to terrible games like Lost World or Sonic Force, or not Sonic Forces, Sonic Boom. I've heard, sadly, the 3DS version is actually better than the Wii U version. Not that it's a high bar. This one was Fire Ice, and that was the second Boom 3DS game. Exactly. At least the cartoon itself got to enjoy some success. The cartoon actually was quite amusing. Early. Yeah, Cartoon's Adventure of Sonic the Hedgehog, but better.
That's cool.
I haven't watched a lot of Sonic Boom, admittingly. It's mostly clips here and there and whatnot, but I remember it being kind of interesting. And as far as the character designs are concerned, Tails and Amy's were good. Sonic, I was kind of like, whatever. Knuckles, no. Knuckles did not need that redesign. Yeah, the whole Blue Arms debate, yeah.
Well, I got the picture.
Let us not go down that rabbit hole. Ma'am, I brought your chow. Yeah, it works fine on movie Sonic. That's not an issue there. You will not hear me complain about that. Speaking of Sonic stuff, did you see that?
Well, I got the picture.
That Sonic Batman crossover animation that Sega posted earlier? Or the Sonic, I should say not necessarily Sega, the Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter page posted. Legit, what kind of timeline are we in? We get something like that. Yeah, I say, yeah, Tyson Hughes animated it, but like first we had Terminal Montage do a video, for an ad, essentially an ad for Generations, and now we have this. No, it's cool overall. I'm not really a superhero guy, but I do like Batman. So I'm kind of okay with that. Like Batman's the Arkham games back in the day were pretty fun, particularly Asylum and City. But I think I preferred Asylum over City personally. Oh, careful, careful. What am I doing wrong there? Well, we're gonna keep going. I don't want to stop again right at the second go around. No, I didn't forget the tech. It's just the second time I've slipped off. I don't like that. I was like, hey there, Marky. Let's just remember, this is just a warm-up run, overall. You gotta shake off the rust. Remember, we haven't played this in at least a month. Exactly, this will make good practice. So it's not the end of the world here. We need to get my feet wet again. Hope you're doing well tonight, Marky. Let's do this again. Ciao. There we go. Oh, hey there, Sinister. Raise your doorbell. Can Eddie come out and
That's
play?
what I expected.
I don't know. We taken out the stairs because he is grounded. Ow! Not too much. Same old, same old. No complaints here. How about yourself?
Yosh.
Alright, that's cool.
Again, I loved it so much in the terminal montage video that we got the Yosh. Not only once, but twice. They may have some of the problem. Still not done updating. Ah, okay, that makes sense then. Time to get spooky. Finding a bit of an allergy. I know that feeling. Allergy season has been bad. I thought about going to the state fair, but I never really got around to it. From what I heard, it's pretty much the exact same stuff as last year, so I was like, I'm not missing much. State fair is one of those things I primarily go for food. I might browse around a little bit, but that's about it. Hey, silver dollar cinnamon rolls are delicious. I won't argue that. I love a good cinnamon roll. Why not both? I still remember though when I went to San Antonio, I went to that one cafe that was featured in a, I want to say it's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. No, it was no, not that. It was Man vs. Food. And they showcased these huge plates and stuff they had over there. Like literally a chicken fried steak that would fill the entirety of a large plate and more. And then the 3-pound cinnamon rolls. When me, Abby A, and Sideswipe were in San Antonio in 2012, that final day we spent the entirety of it at SeaWorld, including its water park that had just recently opened. And we went to the cafe at that point in the day. It was like 8 o'clock at night. No, it was like closer to 9. And we saw them serve those cinnamon rolls right to the table next to us. I genuinely drooled at the sight of it because I was that hungry. That is completely fair. I can totally understand that. Albatross. And your friend's like Ed doing his sleepwalking?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I've sometimes had those scenarios pictured in my head just for fun. It's just very silly. I recall Herbs did draw me a pic based off of a net Eddie scene. I don't think it's been posted yet.
Alright, that's cool.
But no, that was generally a really good meal over there at that cafe. Unfortunately, that cafe no longer exists. It shut down during COVID. It was very unfortunate.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this.
Favorite Sonic song from each era? Well, for the Genesis era, I would have to choose Big Arms from Sonic 3 is always the first choice that comes to mind for me.
Alright, that's cool.
It's among like my favorite boss themes ever, final boss themes ever. For the Adventure era, through, say, Shadow the Hedgehog.
Alright, that's cool.
Saturn does have some Sonics, but my experience with it is minimal. I would guess I would have to go with either Super Sonic Racing or Can You Feel the Sunshine from that era. For the Adventure era and whatnot, man, that's a tough one. I mean, obviously you could go with a variety of vocal themes. There's no shortage of those. If I had to choose a vocal theme, it's a close race with Live and Learn and What I'm Made Of.
Alright.
Though Believe in Myself isn't far behind, because that song resonates with me a great deal. Particularly the SA2 version. Stage Music, Mission Street, Lava Shelter from Shadow the Hedgehog. That's a good one. Man,
Alright, that's cool.
the GameCube era and whatnot, that's a tough one to choose. Is it really hard? Is it really... Like, what do you define as obscure Sonic songs? Because, for the most part, the one consistent thing people can always agree on with Sonic games is the soundtracks always slap pretty hard.
Well, I got the picture.
So spin-offs are akin to those. Okay. The boss scene from Sonic Spinball is actually pretty good. I actually like that. It's a very menacing quality to it. Now, that was made with American Sonic in mind. That was made by Sega of America Institute, I think. Actually, I booted the desktop mode. I love him. Nice.
That's what I expected.
Yes, that was made because that one you could see the Archie Sonic characters in it. Like you can see Sally and whatnot in there.
All right, that's cool.
That was a great Dire Docs, actually.
All right, that's cool.
We made him very proud. Considering it's a Steam thing, general gaming would be fine, or that or multimedia. I would not be opposed to either. I would say gaming is okay. Oh no. Well, that was very unfortunate. I was trying to go for it and I paid for it. That's okay. Wow, we actually made the cycle. Barely, but we made the cycle. What exactly Katie is, though? Like, what does it exactly look like? I mean, let me look up on the multimedia. Katie, anything? Okay. I'll take a look in a bit. Not a good first throw. Good second throw, though. Yeah, some of the cyberspace tracks are pretty solid. I'm not as big into the cyberspace tracks as some people are. But I can see why people enjoy them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, obviously, as far as the Sonic Frontier soundtrack is concerned, nothing touches the vocal themes, period. But that should shock nobody. Getting to hear break through it all in, during the Sonic Symphony earlier this year, that was so good. It wouldn't surprise me if we get a new Shadow vocal theme during this. It would not surprise me at all. Kelly quit at Beg. That would be sweet, actually.
Yeah, that
Also,
makes
hello
sense.
there, Abby. I see you make your normal greeting. And how goes it tonight?
All right, that's cool.
Strangely tired, not doing much aside from that. Didn't sleep particularly great or something? Or could it be like a mixture of potentially excitement / anxiety with the Japan trip? And you're so lucky you're getting to do that.
Alright,
You really
that's
are.
cool.
For some reason, the controls menu sets a button to use the system command. You might just keep doing some troubleshooting searches on that, Douglas. More so anxiety. I mean, that's fair. Like, you're going on a huge trip. You're going to a very foreign land for
That's
yourself.
what I expected.
Oh, I should probably hit that. Manifesting a Switch 2 trailer this week or next. Considering there was a supposed leaks of the system, I can see that, albeit I've heard conflicting evidence that that is actually legit, and it's just some Chinese knockoff made by an enthusiast. But who knows? We won't know for sure until Nintendo finally just unveils it.
All right, that's cool.
I don't know how much happened to any airport, just seemed to be just too big and practical. Well, here's what I would recommend. Obviously, keep Google Translate on you at all times. Not foolproof, of course, but it's better than no tool at all. I would say you could probably
All right, that's cool.
I know it'd be a bit short notice at this point, but perhaps give Tiki a poke. If Tiki has been to Japan, they can probably give you some advice on it. mentioned something about translators and Nora asked me to leave you a few helpful videos. Okay, that's good. But yeah, I would encourage trying to get in touch with Tiki about that.
That's what I expected.
You might see if Tiki is by chance familiar with the area you're going to in Japan. And at least see if that might help you out. Still, it is very, very natural to be anxious about such a trip.
Alright, that's cool.
Like, if there comes a time I get to finally have a chance to fly to, say, Japan, Germany, or something like that, yeah, I'd probably be feeling the same way. Just because it's such a huge thing, you know? Oh, that's not what we're doing. At least are real. I'm hoping for a second USB port on top of the console. A second USB port would be welcome. Oh, naturally, yeah, they will settle once you get there, and just kind of let the initial wave settle over you. Like, hey, you know you're here. You're actually here. You're standing there.
Alright, that's cool.
Over disguise. Here for cream at Twitchy TV. Hey, we'll take that Dragon Knight. Good evening to you. Like a USB-C charging. Yeah, I can see that. Nope. Alright. A USB-C charging port would be nice.
That's what I expected.
Really, all the Switch 2 really needs at this point is... it's really just more power, better storage, and really a better online infrastructure. One of those things you really don't need to fix too much, but you can iterate on it. I think if you get that, you're golden.
That's what I expected.
Because as far as the current era of console gaming is concerned, the only console that has any chances of exciting me is the Switch 2.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because at least Nintendo has, you know, quality games I can genuinely look forward to here. Unlike most of modern AAA being just a glitch fest, you know?
Alright, that's cool.
Because all these consoles keep thinking, okay, you know what we need to pursue? Just more graphics. Make our games more expensive to make than ever. Don't mind the gameplay itself or quality. You just want graphics. It's pretty much.
All right.
I think a good way to compare it. They're trying to cater to a person. I'm kind of aging myself a bit here. It's like Master Chief and the RV and the Chief series way back in the day, where all they cared about was more graphics. They can say this Halo was their favorite game until the next one comes out with prettier graphics, and there's like, nope, that's the best Halo.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this.
RV and the Chief has aged a little bit, mostly with some of its language choices. But it's still a show I can enjoy watching to this day. Taking random thoughts of the episode, The Spider.
All right, that's cool.
Okay, so you're talking about Greg the Spider. Greg was a silly character. Fun fact, John CJG is still making episodes for it. He's still making RV and the Chief. Episodes I always really enjoy going back to when the itch really strikes me is the wedding episode, which was like season 2. And where Master Chief reviews games. Usually it's something like, say, Ocarina of Time or GoldenEye, and he absolutely trashes it, but like in the most hilarious way possible because he's so ill-informed. And if it's not Halo, it's garbage. It was genuinely insane how good writing made me really care for a set of action figures. All that were voiced by like the old Microsoft SAM programs and whatnot. Oop, wrong button. Okay, the wrong button here. Unfortunate. But we still did it. We still did pretty good on the jump itself.
Well,
it's just we didn't hit the right button. We hit B instead of A. Heck, somebody actually posted
Yeah, that makes sense.
the picture of the Master Chief figure holding the old Xbox 360 controller from like the original Master Chief Sucks at Halo video. And that brought back so many memories. It was on the Halo Reddit. That ended up randomly showing up in my feed. Xbox.
Alright, that's cool.
I am very nostalgic for the Xbox 360. Even with having 2 consoles fail to red rings of death, it was still the console I got most of my like initial online experiences, where I played with people like Abby A, Sideswipe, and whatnot. Enjoyed making all sorts of random memories and whatnot in Halo games and other titles. The Halo, Castle Crashers, Borderlands. It's all so much fun. A bunch of us on the Yoshi Art forums would sometimes get together and we would try to see what we can do. I, to this day, still remember.
Alright, that's cool.
It was at Snowbound. Me, Avier, and Sideswipe, we were just playing some, I think, Team Slayer at the time. Avier is rushing around with a ghost, trying to run over everybody. And meanwhile, I'm carrying a Spartan laser on me. I see a guy out in the distance, so I'm going to blast him. Literally, right as I fired the laser and killed him, I destroyed Avier at the same time. The only time I ever got 2 kills with a Spartan laser shot.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this.
And unfortunately, that did not count for the achievement. That was the one Halo 3 achievement I never got. Outside the Vidmaster ones. Oh, God, I gotta get my setup right. Man, but that took us a while. The bug who said I was an ally. You know what? This is true. Even back in those days, you tended to be very chaotic. Not the optimal route for that, but hey.
That's what I expected.
Again, at this point, we're on practice. Just trying to shake off any rust and whatnot. Never going to forget the BS I had noticed here. I threw a plasma grenade at a brute and he threw a spike grenade at me. Made it land on my feet. Oh, I remember that. The memories of Firefight back in ODST and then Reach. Second to right be Halo Reach Legendary Solo. Nice. Halo Reach was a very fun campaign. I was too surprised, so I was proud. Hey, you should have been.
That's what I expected.
I did actually watch some Halo content recently. I was watching the videos about that infamous Halo speedrunner from back in the day that made a complete fool of themselves at GDQ because they were actually a cheater. Yet still agreed to go on even though they knew it would be terrible. How what was initially quoted to be like a 2-hour run for Legendary Halo CE ended up being a 4-hour slog, and he'd even finish at normal at Legendary. He changed difficulty twice, going all the way to normal.
All right, that's cool.
Oh, I don't need to go in there. If you haven't seen the video on that, I would recommend it. Just to see how awful it is. I forgot what the user's name is on YouTube that made the video about it. It's like something turtle or something like that. When you pretty much pick like the quote-unquote highlights of that run. And how much of a mess it was, showing even Twitch was trying to backseat him just because it was going that poorly or wanting somebody to take over. Also, thank you very much for that follow there, Dragonite. Welcome to the midnight hour. Please enjoy your stay. And I'm messing up this part really badly. That's okay. Again, practice. That's all we're doing. Like practice. I'd say is super high. I mean, it's still an accomplishment if you ended up on the leaderboard like that, you know? There's nothing wrong with that. The wrong wall on that one. Still very satisfying. So many wheeze.
Alright, that's cool.
And then the beauty of TTC, each star gets shorter. Sandbox mode and ultra kill. Placing any place for close barrel and close weapons.
That's cool.
So it's kind of like, if y'all remember that one level when we played Doom 2, the one that had like Alice in Chains playing, or at least it definitely sounded like Alice in Chains, where it had was nothing but like explosive barrels. Sounds like something like that. Because remember, there was like literally hundreds of explosive barrels, so you have to be so careful to choose your shots. Yeah, your weapons stock fucker. Except all your weapons are just explosive barrels, apparently.
Alright, that's cool.
Weapons. Can you imagine if we had the Middle Ages where we had we just had trebuchets yeeting explosive barrels everywhere, and they were bright red for everybody to see? That's a pretty solid TTC.
Alright, that's cool.
Alright. Alright, let's see how Bowser goes. Alright. I'm blaming you, River. The timing just was that perfect. Honestly, I think I just messed up that jump, is all. Of all River's fault. No, we're gonna say it's not ban-worthy. That was just like really good timing, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Don't think this'll be like last time.
Nope, too late. I really should. Metal Sonic is always fun to see when it happens. Man, my timing is really bad right now. So they got timed out. Ha! Nice. Don't throw a cork like that. Hang on. Wait. Barely miss. Oh god, bird. Why is bird sad? Oh, I see how. I see that. That's actually pretty funny. Good title for it. Oh, too early. There we go. Fidgety little. You know, sloppy as that was, still being in an hour, that's not too bad. I can accept that. Also, hey there, Herbs. How's it going? We can accept that. Obviously, by no means a clean run, but I'll accept it. Alright, so let us go ahead and get ourselves started again.
It's me.
You're just vibing? Hey,
Hello
there is nothing wrong with just vibing. We can all appreciate some good vibe. Denied. No, I do want to purposely. I should have just gone ahead and did it, but I want to save the final cutscene just because I want to get a screenshot of Midnight Cream with Vanilla for like the thumbnail for Twitch, or not Twitch, YouTube. But we'll get to that. So now that we got some rust shaken off, let us try it again. To me, the crescent cream. Yes, it's indeed the crescent cream. I'm the croissant cream, apparently. Alright, so let's get ready to do it again. 1, 2... Really? Alright, we're gonna go ahead and get going. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Do not mind I'm getting pelted by somebody deciding they need to play with the cannons again.
Come to the castle. I baked a cake for you. Your loving mother, Princess Vanilla. Mom.
Javier, why do you let so many people touch the cannons? I know the giant red button that says fire everything is very tempting. But is there not some sort of safety lock on this? 1, 2, and pelted. Yep. That seems to be my luck, ain't it? I feel like eventually I'm just gonna have to commission a drawing of Midnight Yoshino in the Peter Griffin death pose. But having all sorts of items just pelted at him for it. This cream is vanilla flavored. Is it really vanilla flavored? People would have usually said I was like some sort of blueberry. Like just covered with items. Either something like that or, you know, the entire Goku in the pit meme. Or yeah, Yamcha. Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm thinking of. just absolutely pelted with items. I'm blind. This is why I got attacked. Primeval energy. Now blueberry. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being a blueberry fox, right? Right?
All right, that's cool.
Like an orange pineapple or fox or a mac and cheese one. Are you trying to say you're the are you trying to be like the Chester Cheetah of Toons? That isn't Chester Cheetah? Because it ain't easy being cheesy? I'm here in the chocolate factory.
All right, that's cool.
Or I'd rather be the T-Rex. Okay, that's a good throwback. You're essentially a Diet Cocoa Puffs mascot. No, here's what it is. You're Diet Double Cocoa Puffs. If Diet Double do exist, why can't we have Diet Double Cocoa Puffs? Half the sugar of Double Cocoa Puffs. It's more a joke from South Park, because in the I Wish I've Never Gone Ziplining episode, Cartman obsessively drinks Diet Double Dew, which is just half the sugar and calories of regular regular Double Dew. Thinking it's better for him because it's so supposedly diet.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this.
Yeah, kind of like that. Me and Herbs were talking about South Park earlier, and just we were talking about the Cartman Land episode in particular. How much a classic that one is. Something I need to finally start catching back up on is the latest season of Futurama, even though I'm not really in a hurry to do it. Because it's not been impressive at all, really, outside of a couple of moments. Oh, I'm more of a fan of like peak classic South Park compared to modern.
That's what I expected.
I don't particularly care as much for South Park going for being so topical all the time. Like, never wrong, they have done some good. They've done some good ones, but not every one of them was a hit. And plus, I prefer the original stories of like, hey, let's lampoon this current event. I can at least say there is some modern South Park I like compared to modern Family Guy. Modern Family Guy is awful. Like, the last, I consider good Family Guy episode I have seen.
Well, I got the picture.
Was that hour-long murder mystery special they did. That was actually pretty well done. Not even for it really being funny or anything like that, it was just done well. Got better on season 6 and 7. I think it got started getting bad sooner than that, like immediately after seasons 3 or 4. Do you think it'll work? Yeah, I would think it would work. But yeah, that was a good episode. It really was. Yeah, it wasn't even really great for just being funny or anything like that. It was just, again, very well written. Everything felt right. I had to take him out for good measure. Had to make sure they're ultra dead. So he misses Axton's face. That was pretty good too, yeah. The multiverse episode was pretty good. I would agree with that. So, you know, speaking of chain of explosives, Abby, do you remember your science experiments with Forge, where you in Halo 3, where you actually made like an infinite explosive chain? Or your hurricane simulator? They really were.
That's cool.
Fusion cores were a gift they kept on giving. Man. Pretty good Wall's Fortress. Actually was.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Sonic Unleashed Wii TAS win. That's probably not happening anytime soon. Barely made 32, so it didn't affect explosion size. Oh, how unfortunate. So you just had giant barrel that made small boom. Well, hey, you conducted some science, you got some data. Now you gotta apply it to the next experiment. Such is how science works. Having to spawn near top of the grab list of the one bridge level. Oh, I remember that. The good old Yeet experiments back in the day. Halo 3 just has so much fun stuff to do, and then Halo 4, then Halo Reach really tried to expand upon that. You'd have people create death races in Forge World, or you had the Action Sack playlist as well. Like, who didn't love playing hockey in Halo back in the day? Trying a slightly different routing with that. Oh, that got scary for a minute. Person only 4 service. Yeah, I remember that. those of you that know, hockey in Halo Reach was essentially, it was teams of 4 fighting each other, shooting a giant hockey puck into the opponent's goal with either assault rifles or using gravity hammers. Oh, too early. Yeah. Rocket launch lead. Kingdom Abbott Forge. And the really funny thing is you could assassinate your opponents because how it worked in that is if you
That's cool.
meleeed an opponent from behind and held the melee button down, you would get an assassination animation. So it was like a great place to farm those kind of kills until Bungie stopped people from doing that. Then there was where you could play 4 versus 4 skee ball in it. You literally had a giant golf ball in the middle of the arena you're trying to get to the opponent's goal, and you're swinging golf clubs at each other. That was so much fun. The mazes people did in 3 were good. You had classic classic Forge maps like Halo Burger.
Alright, that's cool.
Those Gmods worlds, I think, the one with the dark room. Essentially, people took the resources they could and made like their own version of Burger King out of it, essentially, for some reason. Several people did that. Where it was just literally a place where you could just wander around in for a little bit. It wasn't anything like super fancy, but it was just funny. It's not like, say, McDonald's in Mario 64 co-op. Oh, you know, I never did put him back on, did I? Did I put on burger flops? I will have to fix that. I thought I put him back on after the Blues Fair stream, but I don't think I did. Derp. I'll try to do that after get him quickly back on in a minute. Just stay straight. Stay straight.
Alright, that's cool.
There we go. Oh, I know why, because now he's blocking the, oh, derp. Hang on, I gotta fix that. He's blocking the guide, sorry. You gotta find a fully detailed Waffle House in the Nether on Minecraft.
Cool.
No, I can't say I've ever seen that. Why would there be a fully detailed Waffle House in the Nether? Does the Ender Dragon crave waffles? Fair. Somebody built it to be fat. Okay, that makes sense. One day I should boot up Minecraft again. I don't know why I went down here first. I usually don't do this one first, but we're here.
All right, that's cool.
I still gotta admit, I have never completed Minecraft proper. I have never defeated the Ender Dragon. I've come very close to doing so multiple times. Yet for some reason I always just stop for whatever reason. You almost built a house once?
Yeah, I've been waiting for this.
A favorite pastime of mine, of course, back, especially in my younger Minecraft days, was just building these ginormous castles. Build a quarry, then strip mine underneath. Get so much cobblestone, build them out. I mean, a shelter's a shelter in Minecraft, ultimately, at the end of the day. Oh, right. I got greedy. Gotcha. Breaking a modest soldier by forcing time to be eternally stopped. Why are you doing time travel manipulations? Are you just trying to make like the Minecraft version of Groundhog Day? Man, this jump is not treating me like it's supposed to. I feel like this is what you're intending, though.
Yeah, that makes
Fix it.
sense.
Apparently tried to summon a particular boss twice. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Are you trying to spawn like the Wither? Oh, it's a modded boss. Okay, that makes sense. So, fun fact, on subsequent playthroughs of that particular star on the same
Well,
file,
I got the picture.
the bird doesn't drop anything. Oh, that's kind of a cool concept for a boss. Honestly, considering how we had that one segment,
Yeah, I've been waiting for
that
this.
wasn't too bad. Oh, I'm sure.
All right, that's cool.
Alright, keep going. There we go.
That's what I expected.
Maybe after I get done with my current RCT focus, maybe I'll try to get back into Minecraft again. I know briefly I tried hosting a server on it for the community. Didn't really do much with it at the time. Still amusing enough. But when I started getting out of it, I wasn't worried about really wanting to pay for Minecraft Realms again. It's just one of those small expenses, like, okay, I can just do without it for now.
That's what I expected.
But for now, I'm content with just making Roller Coaster Tycoon parks themed after Sonic stuff. I.e., for those of y'all saw my Big the Cat theme park. That works.
Alright, that's cool.
Was that the intended way I planned to do that, Star? No. We'll take it. If anything, it was a pretty quick kill, so no complaints.
That's what I expected.
I have not messed with the hybrid coaster yet, no. Admittedly, I haven't really done much of the Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 content yet. I've been wanting to go through all the Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 base scenarios first. I mean, you need to use a console to add it in? Oh, okay. Nice, we got ourselves a rainbow split on Lethal Lava Land. That went very smoothly. Trying to remember in my PB run, where was it that I died? It was TikTok Clock, wasn't it? Get me off the edge. I mean, it's been a while since I've that run. Pretty sure it was TTC though. Not the end of the world, though.
Alright, that's cool.
I mean, we can at least say so far this run has treated us kinder than the last one. Last run had some teeth to it.
Alright, that's cool.
You know, considering one of the main shticks of Dire Dire Docks is jumping in the sub, there could have been an opportunity to... Oh, I went the wrong way here. Whoops. Anyway. There could have been an opportunity to use the, use like launch base zone music or something. But I'm pretty sure Game Bum wanted to stick to like most of your more modern titles for the music. Really? Well, that's unfortunate. Definitely a pretty ugly segment there.
All right, that's cool.
Oh, nice and smooth jumping there. Oh, did not mean to get on that. That means we're already going to miss that cycle for sure, but that's okay. Yeah, we definitely won't make it up to that point, but at the same time, it's not a huge deal. There we go. Oh. For a brief moment, the one-up death shrooms from Mario Chaos has tried to come for me. We do not need those again. Oh, too far. What? The ground. She does not exist. Apparently. I think we got onto it just a little too early. I haven't had that happen in a good while. Nope. So that happened. Oh well. Definitely not a kind Bowser piracy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Alas. Maybe the upper floor will be a little kinder to us. That's not a good sign. Okay.
All right, that's cool.
Once again, we can go down to the elevator now. Not perfectly climbing up there, but close.
Well, I got the picture.
A little too high, so we can't get shocking arrow lifts just yet.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, went the wrong way actually, but you know what, this is okay. We can just take this one. It's about the same time either way. That was a good one. WDW.
All right, that's cool.
There we go.
All right, that's cool.
Honestly, outside of that unfortunate death in one of the other areas earlier, it hasn't been the worst run ever. We've had some pretty solid sections.
All right,
Very good.
that's cool.
Okay, now we'll go to the top of the mountain. We don't need to be attacked by the Yeetman. Those guys walked, so Chuck could throw.
All right, that's cool.
Remember, there are a few words scarier before your potential demise than I'm a chuckster.
Alright, that's cool.
Beat someone, I'm a chuckster. Feds can't look into body or evidence in case I'm going cold. Repeat. Remember, avoid the chuckster at all costs. That reminds me, there is a Sunshine Sign mod I've seen some people have been playing lately. It's called Super Mario Eclipse. Seems like it's really good. I'm thought about trying that eventually.
Alright, that's cool.
What did I play? I had some pink fakes like the Piranha Plant boss fight.
Alright, that's
Well,
cool.
that's not too surprising. I've heard it's actually a pretty ambitious mod. At least for Sunshine. No, we did it. Just ah.
Well, I got the picture.
Ah. Ah, please.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this.
That was a good TCM.
Alright, that's cool.
I do not know why. Climbing the snowman always seems to give me some sort of fit.
Well, I got the picture.
Oh, nope. Messed it up. That's okay.
Well, I got the picture.
Still haven't gotten that 2-tap yet. As nice as that would be.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Considering we missed that slope jump, not too bad.
That's cool.
There we go. Come here, buddy. Okay. Now then, let's get back to Hazy Maze Cave. Let's not mess up that one jump, huh? The thing about that jump that can be kind of scary is the fact there is a kill plane you gotta dodge.
Alright.
If you're in the wrong spot as you're trying to fall, Cream just suddenly crashes, breaks her back, and dies. Cream is like, oh no, scary. Oh, this is fine. Scary. Fine.
Alright. That's cool. Yeah, that makes sense.
Now then, time to head back to the rainbows. You DM me something? Okay, I'll take a look after the run. Remember, Cream, you do not need carpets at Rainbow
that
Ride.
makes sense.
Carpets are merely a suggestion. You could ride the carpet if you want, but why?
Alright, that's cool.
Rest those big ears. Does she look? Do her ears look tired, Abby?
That's what I expected.
I don't know. How can you tell? Oh, well, that's a death. Unfortunate. Your sense of morality. I see. So what makes that particular jump so scary is just if you don't connect it right, the consequences are literally dire. Consequences are literally die. Okay, fair. Fair.
That's what I expected.
Really? The Lakitu wannabe tried to kill me. Well, we're okay. He didn't die. Now we're gonna die. Man, game is not treating me kindly today. Maybe I'm just rustier than I thought. Cream in that situation was porque no los dos. Sad thing is, outside of that star and
Yeah, I've been waiting for
the
this.
castle one, we weren't doing too bad here. Let us not speak of that particular visit to Rainbow Ride again, huh?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Let's go.
That does make sense. It really does. It's an eye-opening experience. Pendulum betrayed me. Weem.
That's what I expected.
Weem. How many weems does it take to get to the top of a clock tower? The world may indeed never know.
That's what I expected.
One day we might find the truth to this. So, here's my hot take, I guess, with that. I've never been a big fan of Tootsie Pops just purely because of the Tootsie Rolls. Oh, I didn't mean to get this start just yet. The bunny's levitating.
Well, I got
Like, you can enjoy the taste of the sucker, but the moment you touch that Tootsie Roll chocolate, it's over. It's all over. Like, give me a good blow pop over a Tootsie Pop any day.
Alright, that's cool.
Those always were nice. I know some people weren't a big fan of dealing with the gum in the center, but I'd rather deal with that than the Tootsie Roll. Because really the worst part about that was when you start getting to the gum itself, and you start getting that texture where it gets kind of rough on your tongue. Or you can kind of feel the crystals of the sucker that's still there on the gum.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this.
You know what I mean? I say, when it came to suckers, for me, it was always either those or Dum-Dums.
That's what I expected.
Dum-Dums are fun just because they were pretty much just so many different flavors. I was always more inclined to like cherry, strawberry, grape, stuff like that. You have to say what, Marky? Well, I'm sorry, not everything can be the good suck. I'm sorry to disappoint.
Don't think this'll be the last time.
I guess I deserved it, huh? Oh. Wrong way. I shouldn't have been going for that one to begin with. That was too far. What am I doing? Oh, this is just except for the one joke. I mean, it really was, wasn't it? Because we're so mature around here. Man, my throws are not on point. Oh, that was dangerously close. See, that's what happens when you throw that too early. Yeah, see, that's what happens if you throw it too early. You have to deal with that collision. The ground suck. You know what? That was at least a better run. It's back to sub 1 hour as it should be. My tongue's a little dry. I can't really do the slurp thing. Oh, I see what you said, Sinister. I will definitely utilize those. Is that JoJo tongue thing? Oh. That resets it. Oh. So that's the, okay. So, blepping does the same as resetting the board. Okay. That's good to know. Ah, okay, that makes sense. That's funny. Alright. Let me use this as a moment to stretch my legs real quick. I'll let the cutscene play out real fast to give y'all something to watch. And then we will squeeze in one more run. Be right back.
Cream! The rings are restored and everyone is saved.
Also, please behave. I know you won't. But please,
It's all thanks
please.
to you. I'm so proud of you, Cream. I hope you had a wonderful birthday.
Get a load of this.
Okay, everybody. We have a delicious cake to finish. For Cream. Cream!
You all couldn't control yourselves, could you? Are you trying to fatten me on this stuff? Are you trying to make me a rotund fox? I know pear shape is friend shape, but... Nice and blue, success. You could go without saying us to behave ourselves, could you? No, I probably couldn't have, could I? I asked for it, didn't I? I had to make it happen. I had to taunt you. And I reaped what I sowed, didn't I? There's someone in chat, another sound, but I forgot which one it was. I know one we discussed as far as Ed and Eddie sound effects are concerned is including something like, say, the cracking sound of when Johnny cracks his knuckles. Do you remember? Good load of chaos. So, like, the absolute violent nature of the cracking of his knuckles, man. Alright.
It's me, Cream.
Alright. So, once again, we are going into this. Alright, Sinister, that's fine. Is my timing going to lead to cannons firing again? We will see. We will begin in 3, 2, 1. I love blue. We just need game by the add a sound each time Cream takes fall damage. Oh god, that sounds so wrong. To have that sound effect play when Cream takes fall damage, because it already looks violent enough if you fall from a high enough height, and it looks like you just snap your back. But then, yeah, you just add the cracking sound to it. Bones have become jelly. We know, because I know Freddy would love it as a sound redeem as well. That's good to know. I'll make him love it against his will. Well, that's your style, ain't it, Aviak? What are some other good, like, Ed and Eddie sounds or sound bites we should consider? Have you been hyper-typing for no reason? Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Talk to Ralph. This Johnny Test, Whipcraft, if that's true. Shut the claw. Why am I imagining now y'all are eating those oversized jawbreakers at me? Except they're like the anvil. That playing there in the river raft? Oh, I know what you're talking about, yes. Wasn't that more like a mandolin he was playing, though? Not really a banjo? Speaking of the anvil. Several days to eat one thing. The closest thing to jawbreakers I've ever had were gobstoppers. I did like gobstoppers. Not the best Wonka candy. That goes to Nerds. Nerds is an S tier candy. Even like those gummy Nerd Bites. Look, it's a well-known fact that nerds are just baby Yoshis, or at least shaped like them. But tell me, game by make costume cream design around you? Yeah? It's not the first time I've debuted this one, Zach. By the way, Zach.
That's what I expected.
It's 3 size bigger than a golf ball. I believe it. Shoes. I mean, Zachary, I could do one better. I have a proper midnight model for Mario 64 in general. Thanks to Game Bun. Remember, if we didn't discover this game during Stage 2022, who knows where we would be. Like, this was one of those weird, like Destiny kind of moments, you know? Now it's such like a prevalent force on the channel. Oh, it just reminded me of something. This train of thought spawned from the rando stuff we were doing late last night. If any of y'all remember, like, the initial rando run, we had Tails in the mech when Amy was talking about her love for Sonic, and Tails just looks very annoyed, and he just drops an F-bomb. I thought about turning that to, like, an emote of some kind, or at least making an emote of it.
Well, I got the picture.
Thought that could be like a fun one. I had the image still saved too. I made sure to save that image.
Well, I got the picture.
You can see Lethero's tails coming here. I could see that. Anyway, Zach, how are you doing? Y'all have gotten some good mileage out of the bra emote. I didn't get the timing I wanted.
Yeah.
So I think we can still agree that Egg Pog is still probably the best one, right? There's Bullet Bill, where's Railgun Rick? I don't know, I think Abby is keeping Railgun Rick busy for something. Because of Railgun.
Well, I got the
If
picture.
that was just a bottomless, just push you into it. Oh, I never did open the cannon, did I? Open it, please. Not doing bad so far.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We're pretty much in line with what I usually do. I know when I played Mario 64 co-op with Sonic not too long ago, I kind of made the joke that there should be a Chaos Edition for Mario 64 co-op. I just don't see how the game would possibly handle that. I think all I can see is everyone's games crashing constantly.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this.
I think that'd be glorious. I've survived Mario Chaos Edition twice for y'all. Y'all could join me for that. That wasn't the intended plan for that, but hey, we'll take it. And I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with that at all.
That's what I expected.
True, it could potentially run a bit more stable. I don't know if Kaze would ever do that. Come on now, don't you want to hear the beautiful music of things like Mario screaming? It's a beautiful thing, you know? Ah. I have a feeling I was doing a little too fast. One down for everybody. One for more good measure. Again, I feel like there's a conspiracy going on. Y'all are trying to make this fox with a round variety. Missed it just barely. I only kept the chaos just because of you bluffing. You needed your blueberries. Honestly, with a missed throw, that was still pretty good.
Alright, that's cool.
Solid Eggman. Make my tongue blue. I don't want my tongue to be blue. I don't need tongue le bleu. Now, Abby, you do have me picturing that everyone goes through what I did with Bowser 2 hacking the game. Literally twice in a row, keeping me from beating him. You have the deja vu to the ultimate one down. That one down still haunts me. Or, you know, the very violent explosion deaths we've had.
Well, I got the picture.
You dropped your baby. The anti-air was me. I mean, that is true, yes. You were being very irresponsible with the cannons that day.
Alright, that's cool.
Must be canon for you to use cannon. I didn't miss. No, you did not miss at all. It was a very painful, accurate shot. Hello, Big Chow. We meet again. There we go. This time we did not have the unfortunate crash at the end of the race.
That's what I expected.
We keep staying within like a second or two of these splits.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Bye. Wow, you're actually being kind to me this time. Except with that one. Ghost is such a troll
Well, I got
sometimes.
the picture.
The ghost wanted to look me in the eyes, and it died.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this.
That was a good BBH. I didn't even need a V8. Wow, I missed the bunny. Gotcha. Just a couple of wet buns. That's a couple of soggy buns. That was unfortunate. Oh, that's okay. At least my wall jumping for the most part really hasn't failed me.
That makes sense.
A couple of errors here or there, but nothing major. The balkery has been dealt with.
Alright, that's cool. Alright, that's cool.
Alright. Time to get a little hot. We will gladly take that.
That's what I expected.
We need no shell for this.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this. Alright, that's cool.
No, that was very hot. It's very spicy over there. Some people would call this psycho salsa. I played chicken with it and I won.
Alright, that's cool. That's what I expected.
There's technically that lava fall jump that people could do, but with how this game works with falling in hazardous materials multiple times in a row, I don't think it's really feasible.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this.
Because how this works, if you jump into like hazardous liquid like lava or something twice in a row, you just die. Alright. Time for some Triple D. Everybody, welcome to Flavor Town. It's just a little wetter than usual. Lots and lots of Chaos Soda. Except this is Chaos Soda Clear. Diet? Diet? It's so diet it took the blue away.
Well, I got the picture.
Oh no, what will we do without the precious blue? The blue is what made the Chaos Soda so special.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this.
I did it again. I hate it when I accidentally select the wrong star when I'm doing the mana rings. Especially when that happens. No big. That's my star.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Marky, put down the knife. As a toon, I wouldn't trust you with a knife. I'm just saying, I don't want you to accidentally trip over yourself and have something happen with that knife. That would be no bueno. Well, that didn't go according to plan. There we go, we at least got that. I don't need the mallet. Wasn't there a shotgun in Borderlands 2 and the Tiny Tina DLC that fired swords? It's like a shotgun that did that. Now these are safer. Alex. Look, I have to deal with a Yosh in their mallet. Already, I don't need more mallets to deal with. Going for a safer strategy on that one. Well, how does it feel to be malleted, Marky? Good fire seat.
That's what I expected.
Sending the clowns. Wow, that was actually really nicely done. The only thing better would have been if I stayed on the thing and did a long jump straight from it.
Well, I got the picture.
No complaints there. Oh, we're going shocking arrowless.
All right, that's cool.
I still feel like I might have jumped too high. I did. Darn it. Well, the good thing is we still have top of the town as a backup.
All right, that's cool.
It's just not the fastest way, obviously, to the top of the town. That was a great wet dry world, honestly, even with that. No complaints there with that one. And onward to TTH. No, THI, my bad. Look at those cute little motobugs. They're so dinky.
All right, that's cool.
That's more like it.
Alright, that's cool.
I don't know why I did that initially. I meant to go straight up here, but you know what, that's fine. Yeet bot, leave me alone. I did not ask for the yeet. We will not have a merry yeetmas.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this.
You didn't ask for Waluigi with a sniper rifle either. You're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong there. We definitely did not ask to be part of Waluigi Safari. Oop. Oop. That did not go the way I wanted it to at all. Surprisingly, even with those little mistakes and whatnot, we didn't lose much
That's
on
what
that.
I expected.
I just want to know, like, okay, fine, you want to do a Frogger clone, I get it. But did we really need Waluigi with a sniper? Do we really need to see the man with a hunting rifle? Can you imagine something like those big Buck Hunter arcade games, except it's just hosted by Waluigi? Nope. Waluigi's Big Game Hunter, that is true, yeah, now that I think about it.
Yeah,
I had one of those Buck Hunter games on my Wii at the time. It was fun. Yeah, it's just the arcade game, essentially, but it was an amusing little diversion. Oop. That almost betrayed me with that camera.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this.
Ah.
Well, I got the picture. All right, that's cool.
Pretty good TTM.
That's what I
Felt
expected.
pretty good. We had that one slip up in the middle of it going for the second ascent, but No complaints. I had a feel. I almost thought for a second
Yeah, I've been waiting for
that
this.
we were just gonna fall right off the snowman's head, and we had to wait till we got to the bottom to get the animation, like how we get sometimes with the pyramid star.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this.
Yes, we know we have enough for the star door, but not yet. Not yet time for that. Wow, you do not want to die. You really don't want to die. Remember you got the 100 range star and you put... Oh yeah, I remember that too.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Didn't we have something like that happen on like one of the rare instances, like a similar instance with Mario Chaos Edition? If I remember right. Not the fastest, well mostly because of that bully.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this.
So yeah, I can't say I remember it either. Gotcha, that works too. And was my MIPS on this run, my MIPS 2 on this run really that bad on my PB? Onward to Hazy Maze. Hi, Mutant Sonic. Bye, Mutant Sonic.
That's what I expected. All right, that's cool.
Nope, don't touch me.
Well, I got the picture.
All right. Onward now to the scariest level of the game. Bottomless Pit, the stage. These have some very pleasant music on it. Oh. Okay, hang on, let's restabilize. Let's restabilize. Rather just reposition myself, get myself organized instead of
Well, I got the picture.
risk the near death we had. Better lose a couple of seconds than like 20 seconds. Shut up.
Well, I got the picture.
Okay. Worst part of it's done. We don't need to do that jump again.
That's what I expected.
Again, the funny thing is that star there was like a very last minute addition to this route. That was not the intended plan for this. You know what, we'll take it. Still alive.
Alright, that's cool.
We got the two easy ones left.
Alright, that's cool. Alright, that's cool.
Come on, Catalina, let's chat. Missed my mark for the red coins, that's okay. Oh, how unfortunate. That was a bad, bad bounce there. Again, I'm pretty sure in the PB, TTC was where the death was, so... I feel pretty confident in that. But that was a good ascent there. That was actually a pretty speedy one.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this.
Alright, let's go and get the red coins out of the way. That way that's just gone. Done.
Alright, that's cool.
To be fair, I really don't need to stop time for the number rings, but it does make it a much more consistent experience, I feel. Not again. Oh, that was very fortunate. That was so fortunate.
That's what I expected.
You literally were riding the edge. Okay.
Well, I got the picture. Alright, that's cool.
The good thing is, even with that death, we didn't lose much on it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, that's okay. We're not dead. That's the important thing here. We're gonna die soon if we keep taking that damage, though. What? Oh, that was not intended. Hey, Saija. Health is merely another resource. Indeed it is. How's it going, Saija?
This will be like last time.
I'm trying something a little different here. Oh, too far. Too early. Probably, yep, just a little too early. Yeah, not fast enough, but that's okay. You're doing good, that's good. It's constant damage boosting also solves that, yeah. We played it a bit too safe on that. But you know what? We'll take that. We will gladly take that. $55.37 is still nothing to scoff at. Unfortunately, the end of the run did not go the way I would like it to, but... It's not like you can healthily have a healthy mindset expecting to get a PB every session, you know? I just need to get back to refining my movement and not have Eggman 3 being the way it is. If I went more... If I had the confidence in my throws and was a bit more balls to the wall about it, yeah, I could have probably done it, but... The throw confidence is my greatest weakness, I would say. Single... Well, I can't go with that logic. The first run ended up being a practice run ultimately, and obviously that didn't because it wasn't a PB.
And it's all thanks to you. I'm so proud of you, Cream. I hope you had a wonderful birthday.
It would have been so hype for it to be a PB on Sonic September.
We did it!
Okay, everybody. We have a delicious cake to finish.
Oh, that was kind of too, since it wasn't a PB, since you said it wasn't a PB. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Cream.
I will say, I definitely came out of this final run feeling a whole lot better than I did after the first two runs. First two runs I was not feeling good about with my overall performance. Definitely didn't put me in the right mindset. But again, the final run, I really can't complain about a 55-minute run either way. You can just get a bunch of lives and go practice Eggman 3 over and over. Yeah, well, to be fair, you don't even need to do that. Remember, you have the extra life that respawns every time right by the entrance. It's probably something I do just need to do. Just sit down and do some hard Eggman 3 and Eggman 2 practice. Yep, let's save those new best times. So, out of curiosity, let me add the sum of bests right now of my best splits. My sum of best is a 53.29. That's if I can execute it. We haven't had that kind of luck yet. But at least, again, the good thing is, until we got to TTC, we were... Okay, if we're doing sub 50, we're pretty much on world record pace at that point. Because world record for 70 stars is like 49 minutes and something. And that's just on vanilla. I do not see myself ever coming to sub 50. I'm already kind of eating my hat as it is, thinking I'm getting to this point, thinking I can do sub 55. I'm just being realistic here. At that point, to really start considering doing sub 50, I need to know how to do my bomb clips. I need to know how to do cannonless. There's a few other tricks I should probably have to learn. Because remember, we're just doing pure movement. We're not taking advantage of any, like, the known glitches for that. A perfect Bowser would do wonders. Yeah, perfect Eggman would again do wonders on the timing. Pure and simple. So if I look at my split information, my best split at Eggman 3 is 253.
Thank you very much for this party. Thank you so much for playing my game.
So again, that'll be something we can continue looking at. Obviously, it's going to come down to me refining my movement, improving my abilities, just being more consistent. That's really what we need to do. Just little improvements here and there, you know? Actually, we'll come back into this castle. We'll whip Eggman again and again and again until we get it. Again, as hype as it would be to get to sub 55 during this, I mean, say la vie. Not the end of the world. Not the end of the world at all. Because here's the thing, we still have time here in Sonic September. Is there really ever too much scrambling when it comes to the Eggman? I ask you, is there really too much scrambling? So hang on, let me get on some different music here real quick.
It's me.
We're not doing another run, obviously, but...
Yahoo! Yahoo! Yeah! Yahoo! Yeah!
just want to have some more background music to use.
Nope.
Okay, there we go. Figure we go here just to wrap things up. But you know what? Even with my early struggles, even with some of the challenges that we had faced, I still came out feeling pretty good about things. We missed the PB by 20 seconds. Not the end of the world. Maybe a mission failed, but we'll get them next time. Snapple Man, not Snapple Cake. I see. 3 major boss even master called Scrambled Eggman. So who knows? We still have time in Sonic September. Really, we only got 2 more days of events I had already planned for this. But realistically, I still got probably another 2, maybe 3 days I can do extra. Because my work schedule for this final week or so is pretty favorable. But that's all a wait and see kind of thing. It depends on how much I really want to push things here. So where are we going to go to next? Well, okay, I'll take a look at that in a minute. On Monday, we are going to Sonic 3 Air. We're going to just mess around with mods on that one for the night. That's going to be fun. Next Friday, that is when we're going to do the Sonic tier list stream. Tiki is going to be joining me for that. We're going to be doing just some discussions on it. So if there are some potential Sonic tier lists you would like to see, please suggest them in the Sonic September channel on the server. I'll take some potential suggestions for it. Nothing too sussy though, please. And then after that, well, we'll figure out where Sonic September is going to take us. No Sonic in the onion rings. No onion rings. We will see where things are going with our adventure. We might start doing those Chow Garden streams since you made that goal. I need to do the poll about that soon for y'all. But one thing at a time. Tier list of tales impacting the games or anything. Oh, somebody's already done that, but I wouldn't be opposed to doing it. That's not a bad one. But now then, my friends, surprisingly, I've had the energy to do this despite going in with as little energy and sleep as I did for work. But again, it was a good session. But so now, let us go find somebody to say hi to, shall we? Wow, Sideswipe is still streaming. Okay. Yeah. Let us go raid the Snarky Shark. They are playing an Infinity Dungeon mod of Link to the Past. Looks like it might be some madness for them, so let us wish them well. And see where it goes. Until next time, my friends, you have yourselves a great night now. Treat yourselves right, and take care. Ta-ta.